Hey guys, it's Kim. So I'm sorry if I seem a little off today because I'm not really feeling my best. My stomach's kind of bothering me. But I thought that I would take advantage of this downtime to make a video because I know it's been a few days. And I've got my green aventurine here working that crystal magic, making my stomach feel better. And I just thought that I would say hello. And I had a video idea that I wanted to do. So forgive me if I'm not on my A game, but I thought that I would do this anyway. So what I wanted to talk about today is something that I use at least once a day in my life, and I've been doing this for 6 or 7 years, so a very long time. And it is something that works extremely well. And this is a technique that I'm going to show you guys about how to protect yourself from negative and unwanted energy. And this technique is called the white wall. And the white wall is all about using your own positive inner energy and light to protect yourself and place yourself out of bad situations energetically. So, a lot of people in the pagan community that I've spoken to do a lot of work with their energies, let's say when they cast a circle or try to open sacred space. You know, you're sending out your energy in ways that make the space that you're in safe. And the white wall is very similar to that. So basically, the way that I would do a white wall is I would put my hands together because I believe that there's really powerful centers of energy in the palms of your hands. And if you utilize them, you can really, really make a difference in the way that you perceive energy. So the way that I would do it is I'd put the palms of my hands together, kind of get an energy ball going. You can feel this gorgeous energy. And I always picture it as white because that's what works for me. And I get this nice energy ball. The way that I do it is I just cast it out. And I just go like this in front of me. And I imagine myself laying out this beautiful, thick, white wall of all positive energy. And if I'm in a place where this isn't so weird to do, I'll put it all around me too. But if I can't physically do that, then I'll send it out with my mind. And what this does for me is that it sends out protective, positive energy all around me. And the way that I would use the white wall, the way that I use it in a lot of situations is if let's say I'm in a room with people who are really, really emanating just negative vibes. I've used this during taking tests when people were really, really stressed out. I've used this in situations where people are fighting around me, things where I find myself taking on energy of other people that I am not comfortable with and I don't want. This also works great in situations where, let's say you're going into a job interview or maybe having a job, like a performance review at your job, something where you might not be getting the best energy, be it that, you're not getting the kind of connection that you want or you're anticipating some negative things coming your way. If you do this, if you send out your white wall, it's a physical barrier that you're making with your energy that prevents anyone else's negative energy from coming through. And the way that I view it is kind of like a net. So positive energy and things that you don't mind taking from other people, people's love and kindness and respect, is small enough particles, because I see it as like golden sparkles, can go through this net and get to you, and it's great. But negative energy, other people's pessimism, anger, undue criticism, that kind of thing, I see it as like big, clunky, brown energy balls that are too big to get through this net, so they get stuck. They do not get through your wall. And I honestly, I do this all the time, and it works really, really well for me. And I understand that it might not work for everybody if you're not, if you don't find yourself on an energy-driven path, and this might not be for you. But if you're like me and you really love manifesting things just with your own energy and your own light, then this is a really, really great thing. And it's so simple. And I do this so often now that I don't even really have to start with the ball. I can just kind of picture myself and go. And I like to do this first thing in the morning, I'll do this just to start off my day with this, you know what, I'm in positive space and no one can do anything that's going to bother me. No one has the power to affect me negatively, because no one should have that right. No one has the right to make you feel bad about yourself unless you give it to them. And this is an awesome way to take away anybody else's right to hurt you. So yeah, I hope that this makes sense. Like I said, I'm not feeling my best, but I just think this is a really excellent trick. It's something that helps me all the time. And I myself am an empath. And if you don't know what that is, it's also known as a highly sensitive person. It's essentially someone that is exceptionally prone to taking out other people's energy and having almost an uncanny sense of being able to tell what things are going on. Like, I very, very frequently will be able to know what someone is going to say to me before they say it. I can pass people on the street and and just have this very uncanny sense of exactly how they're feeling. I tend to know immediately what kind of person someone is and whether or not I'm going to get along with them. And I've had situations where I have been able to tell that someone is a really negative person well before other people do that. And being an empath can be really difficult, but also a great blessing. And I'm sure that I'll make a whole video dedicated to what it's like being an empath and how you can use it. But I used to struggle a lot with taking on people's energy, with feeling just like, oh my gosh, you know, my friend's upset and my mom's mad at me and all kinds of stuff, and just feeling laden with these brown energy balls. And once I found the white wall, it became so much easier for me to just go through my daily life, because I was setting the intention and I was manifesting a positive, protective wall around me. And honestly, as soon as I started doing this, and as soon as I started remembering, you know, if I'm in a room or something, just kind of, okay, I'm good. It just, my life has improved dramatically just with this one relatively simple thing. And like I said, as an empath, and I'm sure I know that a lot of this community is made up of people like me. So if you're an empath and you've never tried something like this before, I urge you to do it. Or if you're just someone that wants to work with making the energy that they receive a lot more positive. So yeah, I highly recommend this, as you can see. It works really well for me. I hope this wasn't too rambly. I'm a little fuzzy in the head, but I just really, really love this, and I like to give it out to people and see if it works for anybody else, because it works so well for me. So I hope everybody's doing really well. It's Earth Day today. I haven't been able to go outside as much as I would like to, but maybe in a little while I'll be able to go out and sit out there and enjoy it. So do something good for Earth Day. Plant a seed, soak up some sun, appreciate this wonderful, wonderful planet that we live on, and I hope that everyone is doing excellently and had a great weekend. So thanks again to everyone watching, and I will see you very soon. Blessed be, and namaste.